generation. No more standing out in line. So good at wasting our time. We are the lazy generation. We are the lazy generation. We are the lazy generation now.
And here we are for round 11 in the GP4 Offline Championship at the Hungarian Grand Prix with a 0% chance of rain, 70 laps. Will Meller starts on the pole with Jari Mata in second, Joseph Willows in third, Felix Sontag in fourth, and Jay McKenzie in fifth. And things are as is in the back, as positions are basically the championship positions, with nothing really a big deal, and the spikers rounding off the back, as usual. So here we are for the star of the race. Looks like we're going to have a good race today. And here we are on the grid with 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. And we're away! Good start by Mata. Going to take the fight to Will Meller early. This is a big deal. He's got the inside line. The inside line is a big deal around here, especially in turn 1. And Sontag's running pretty racy. We're going to come back to the front as we see Jari Mata's got the overtake done, but can Neller have anything to say back? He goes up the inside, but it's not enough. He doesn't want to run away. He does not want to hit his competitor. Will Neller's more focused in his mirrors. He's got a McLaren, a Williams who has pushed his way to 4th. Well done by Wace Kuba at the end of lap 1 now. Here we are. Mata leading, Will Meller 2nd. Joseph Willows 3rd, Wace Kuba 4th, very racy, great start by him, and we have Sontag in 5th. As Will Meller is going to fight with the McLaren for 2nd place, and he just pulls the block on Willows. Now Willows has a mirror full of Wace Kuba and Sontag. Let's see what happened to Daniel here. Daniel runs wide, and he spins it right in front of the 2 spikers. Spikers narrowly avoiding him. Wow. As we have Southgate with the 2 Hondas fighting for 13th position. Oh, we have a Ferrari off in the back. We have Sontag off in the back. Sontag has hit the wall. Sontag has hit the wall hard. What happened to him? What happened to Sontag? He's hit the wall hard, and that's his race over. Wow. This is going to change things. Let's see what happened to him. He goes up the inside of Wace Kuba, and he just hits him. What happens? He goes up the inside. Wace Kuba leaves the room, and he comes back. Jeez. Wow. What a big deal. As we have Wace Kuba, let's watch on his view. He just pulls it back. But Wace Kuba's got damage, so we're going to see him hit soon. On board Strachan, and Strachan is just flown into the back of his teammate. Not a smart decision there as Montian goes up the inside of a Sauber, and he gets the overtake done. Toyota's running very strong very early in this race. I think there's going to be some good things for them this race. On board Joseph Willows, his overtake on Will Neller up the inside, and he gets that done. Will Neller can't do anything in return. Wow, Strachan gets his new front wing after slamming into the back of his teammate. For him, all the way down into dismal 21st is on board with Jay McKenzie, and he just runs it wide. He just runs into the grass, and he narrowly avoids people. Wow, we have a car on the wall. We have a car on the wall. It doesn't look like he lost his suspension. This is Dominic D'Alessio. Lap 6, we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. It looks as though he's gone off in the chicane, as we are on board with Paige Knight for 8th place as he gets the overtake done on James Willows. The 2 McLarens fight for the lead. Here we are. This is going to be a big battle, side by side, as Joseph Willows is going to eke out the lead from Jari Mata. Jari Mata looking strong in the start, but the stronger will always defeat. As Daniels hit the wall, we have a car off in Sector 3. Daniels hit the wall. Has he spun it? Okay, Gal's gone off. What had Daniel done? Flat 13 now. It looks as though Daniel's collision is fixed and done. Gal's just gone off simply. As Sin Cara and Wace Kuba fight for 15th position. But Waste Kuba looking strong today. Sin Cara can't do anything about it. His gal's gone off again. Lap 15. Looks as though that's a struggle corner for him. He's gonna have to get over that hump of getting through that corner, or else he's gonna keep making mistakes. He's just gone off again, just like he did on lap 13, and he's just spun it. Lap 17 now as Montian leaves the pit lane, coming out in 14th. As Will Miller in 3rd is going to pass Yari Mata. Is he gonna do it? And yes, he's able side by side down into turn 1. He's got the inside line. You know how OP the inside line is. And he gets the overtake done. Good overtake by him. We're on lap 18 now. Kalen Bryce are on the outside of Strachan. And he's got the inside line for the next corner. He's going to get the overtake done. As Southgate leaves the pit lane, coming out in 16th position. And Thompson leaves the pit lane, lap 19. As Will Meller, we have an overview of the top 4. We have 2nd, 3rd, and 4th very close. But looks as though we have the Sauber right in the seat for an overtake. George Roca right on the inside of Yari Mata. Just like Will Meller, he gets the overtake done. Wow. That's a great overtake by him as Boyman. Great things to come for him most likely in the race. 6th place, but you never know what's going to happen in this offline championship. As Wolf might just overtake. We do not know. As Sin Cara is in the pit lane after Dominic D'Alessio crashed off. He's the lead car at Spiker at the moment, running 16th, 17th. Joseph Will is going to pull into the pit lane for his first pit stop of the race after leading. Will Meller is going to inherit the lead, but he still has a pit. Same with George Roque and Mata. And he comes out in 4th, not too far behind them, which is kind of scary because they still have to pit. On board with Mackenzie as he hits the wall hard. That looks as though that's Mackenzie's race over. Wow, that's a big impact. Can't believe he's gone off there. As Masai leaves the pit lane, lap 20, he's in 13th position now. We have a couple of cars out of the race now. And it looks as though D'Alessio has retired from the race as well. I forgot to announce that. So we already have a few cars out of the race as Wolf rejoins in 14th position. And James Willows rejoins in 10th. Southgate right now in 10th as James Willows tries to defend his position. We have an onboard of Page Knight in the Toyota looking very racy with Waste Kuba. Waste Kuba has nothing to fight back with. The Toyota's looking very racy today. Lap 25 out of 70. Waste Kuba rejoins as Gal rejoins as well from the pit lane. Waste Kuba right now fighting for 13th position with Wolf in the Super Agari Honda. This is going to be for the lead. We have Joseph Willows versus, this isn't for the lead, my mistake, this is for 2nd place. Joseph Willows on Yari Mata, and just like earlier in the race, it looks as though Joseph Willows is going to eke past him with ease. As Will Meller does his first pit stop of the race, but Joseph Willows is already in the final corner. Just to give you guys an idea how much on a streak he is on at the moment. He's going to inherit the lead as Will Meller is going to exit the pit lane on lap 29. He's going to exit the pit lane in the top 5, so we have a couple of cars passing by. Boyman running in 4th after having some early bad luck. Strachan in 18th, coming out of the pit lane. Pretty dismal race for him after hitting the back of his teammate as his teammate comes by. Lap 31, Will Meller is going to overtake Boyman. What can Boyman do about it? Not too much, as Will Meller has the inside line OP, as Boyman is going to pit. Same with Page Knight. Lap 33, near the halfway point of this race. Looks as though it's a great race so far. Southgate in 7th, Boyman 10th, Page Knight 11th. We have a lot of good people with a good chance of getting good points positions. As Yarimata leaves the pit lane on lap 34, he's going to have to claw his way back. He's not having the race that he'd like after having a great start and leading for 7 laps at the beginning. Messiah leaves the pit lane for Toro Rosso. Lap 34 out of 70. Kalen Bryce leaves the pit lane with a 10.9 pit stop. Lap 35, we're at the halfway point of the race. And it looks as though Kalen Bryce is leaving the pit lane. He's going to rejoin in 10th. And Byrne is going to rejoin as well. Will so far is still leading with Roke in 2nd. And Will Neller is in 3rd. So we have usual suspects running in great positions. And so far we have 4 people out of the race as of lap 36. George Roke makes his first pit stop of the race. He gets a good pit stop and he's out. Back onto the track as Montian comes in from 5th place looking very strong. What a race for Toyota today. Both cars running in very strong positions. They should be proud. As Southgate pits for Honda. Waste Kuba is going to inherit some positions from all the pitters. It's lap 37. Not a lot of action so far in the race besides the accidents and a couple of brilliant overtakes into turn 1. Thompson leaves the pit lane on lap 38 for 17th place, my mistake, and Waste Kuba leaves the pit lane as well on lap 38. Can he claw his way back to get a very good points position because the Williams are looking very strong around here today. Sin Cara coming out the pit lane in 16th. A great position so far for Spiker Ferrari. This is exactly what they need. We have a car off the track. Strachan has hit the wall hard. He's lost the suspension. And to the right of the screen, it looks as though we have a Toro Rosso who's also hit the wall. Wowee. His race is over. Let's see what happened to him. He's had an engine failure, looks as though. Wow. But what happened to, what happened to Strachan? He must have just gone off. Willows is on a flyer right now. He sets 1:22.0 on lap 43. Great lap for him. He's got the fastest lap of the race. George Rook for 3rd place. Can he get it done? James Willows was forcing him off there, but he stayed cool under pressure, and he got that overtake done. Lap 44 out of 70, James Willows leaves the pit lane. Will Neller is leading, and Willows is in 2nd, with Roke 3rd and Mata 4th. Will Neller, this is for the lead. Joseph Willows coming down into turn 1. Can he get the overtake done? Can Will Neller, they're going side by side. Can Will Neller do anything about it? They're going side by side still. And Will Neller is going to tuck back in line because he'd rather finish the race than not risk it. Lap 49 out of 70 as more people leave the pit lane. We have Sin Cara coming around in 14th. Great position for Spiker. This is a great position for Spiker. They need these kind of finishes. Good morale boosters. As Southgate is in 8th place. Great overtake. Kalen Bryce has a couple of cars behind him. Lapped cars. It's lap 50 out of 70. The race is starting to wind down a little bit here, and Southgate makes the overtake, and Page Knight can't do anything about it. There's a good battles going on around here in the middle pack. Not as much in the front pack, not as much as we'd like to see because of the kind of slow pace by Mata today. And unfortunately, Sontag's out of the race. So Joseph Wills makes a pit stop. So does Will Neller. Both in the pit lane. 2 people that are fighting for it today. But Joseph Wills is going to come out faster. Lap 51. Will Neller's going to leave as fast as he can. Wowee. Joseph Wills leaves the pit lane. He's going to have a big lead on Will Neller. Will Neller's going to have to claw it back, but I don't know if he can. Ferrari hasn't had the pace today that the Mercedes McLarens have had. Those Mercedes engines. As Boyman leaves the pit lane, same with Southgate. Roke is in 2nd. Strong position for Sauber. And we have a Ferrari off the track. And he's hit the wall. Lap 53. Wow, this is a bad day for Ferrari. Will Neller has hit the wall hard coming out into Sector 2, into that fast right-hander before the chicane. and Will Neller must have had a puncture, and he slammed into the wall. What a bad day for Ferrari with both their cars out of the race, and McLaren's going to prosper in the points. Monty Ann is in 5th place. James Willows. See what happened to Mata. Wow! Ooh, he saves that. Great. That's what a seasoned racer looks like right there. Saving at the last second. George Rowe comes out in 4th with Monty Ann right up his chuff. As we have Sin Cara, what happened to him? He's gone off the track and he's narrowly hit Gal in the Toro Rosso. Barely holding on to a good position for Spiker. We need this at Spiker. Kalen Bryce comes into the pit lane in 4th place. Good position for Renault today. We have a big accident on the track right now, lap 57 out of 70. We have a Honda on the wall, and it looks as though we have a Toyota able to continue, but he's going to have to pit for a new front wing. That's a big accident. Let's see what happened to Southgate in the Honda. So Page Knight goes off the track, and he goes to avoid, and he's hit that wall hard. Easily one of the hardest collisions of the season so far. Let's see what happens on board Southgate. That's a big impact. Never want to see that from one of the competitors. As Kalen Bryce leaves the pit lane with Monty Ann right behind him. Byrne in 9th, making up from all these positions of all the cars that are out of the race today. Some big leaders out there out of the race. So many midfield teams can gather some points today. Sin Cara still running 4th. Good position for Spiker, as Thompson is going to leave the pit lane in 12th place. Lap 58 out of 70. We have a good race going on so far, as George Rourke is going to make a move on Mata. Can he do it? This is for 2nd place. He got alongside him. Lap 60. He's a bit further back, but he's going to try it. He's going to lunge it up the inside. They're going side by side. Can Mata fight back? Mata cannot fight back, and Sin Cara off the track again into the right-hander. He has to keep it on the track to finish. Doesn't want to risk that. As Byrne running in 9th place. Can he get some points today? As Byrne's going to run wide. And it looks as though the Super Hungary is going to get the points today. Joseph Willows still running first. This is the final lap of the race. One more lap till victory for him. George Rourke running in a good position for Sauber. Looks as though a good season for them so far. And Jari Mata will be affected by this for sure, because he has not run to his full potential today. He's going to be behind by 1 point. And Joseph Willows comes around the final corner for a triumphant win. What a day for McLaren. They get this win in the bag. Joseph Willows. What a win today, as George Rowe comes across the finish line in 2nd place. Another good finish for Sauber. They have a good streak this year, but we have the top from 4th to 6th fighting for it coming into the final corner, but Mata's going to come across in 3rd place. He's going to be 1 point behind Joseph Willows. This is going to be an interesting championship battle, but here we are, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Can Kalen do it? And he can't do it before the line, as Waste Coupe is going to come around for 8th position. So here we are, after the race. What a great race today. Thank you all for watching the GP4 Offline Championship, and goodbye.